Like a moth to a flame, I was both attracted to and burnt by Christianity my whole entire life. And if ever there was evidence of it, my last video was proof of it. I mean, people were coming out of the woodwork just to hate on me because I simply said, the kingdom of heaven is inside you. And then I made a video about it, explaining it, giving evidence that Jesus said it. And I wasn't even being biblical, wasn't even trying to be. Never said I was a Christian. I don't even like saying I was a Christian. My intention is never to be a Christian because I think Christianity is a religion and I'm not religious. I don't want to be religious. My point is not to be religious. And then in this video, I actually want to tell you what my purpose is, why I made that statement, what the kingdom of heaven actually means, what I'm trying to tell you, why I want you to know why the kingdom of heaven is inside you. I've given the example before, and I will give biblical examples because I live in the Bible Belt, and there are certain people that need to know representations of in the Bible because the Bible does give good examples, and there is relevance. I'm not going to say that there isn't truth in the Bible, and I'm not going to say the Bible is all truth. I'm not. I don't argue theology. That's for y'all to decide. My truth is in God. It's in your own experiences. And that's up for you to decide. And if you look close enough within and you speak to God, you'll find it. You see, if you do look in Genesis, you'll see that it does say that we were made in the image of God. And if you'll look under an electron microscope, we are nothing but light and vibration. Light and vibration is sound. 432 hertz is literally the wavelength of a human body. That's us. Light and vibration. Kind of interesting, huh? Well, like that, to explain how the human body has God inside it, and I try to say the kingdom of heaven is inside you. It's inside everybody. If you were to get some clay and get some sand and some water, and you were to mix that sand within that clay and put it on a pottery wheel, like on Ghost, with Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg, and Demi Moore. That was good. And you make that clay and you put it in a kiln and heat it up, you make a vase. Now I want you to try to take that sand out. Can you take the sand out? No, you can't take the sand out. Does it matter if you know the sand is in there? No. The sand's still in there even if you don't know the sand's in there. Well, that's God. You see, heaven is God, and the absence of God is hell. You ask anybody what hell is, it's the absence of God, the absence of love. God is love. You ask somebody what God is love. You ask a Christian that. But then you start trying to get into the argument of hell and stuff, and they'll say, oh, fire, brimstone, blah, blah, blah. You get into this theological bull crap, and they'll start arguing over this stuff that doesn't even matter. But here's what does matter. What are you capable of? You are capable of miraculous things. Once you realize that the kingdom of heaven is inside you, that God is actually inside you and part of you. You were made, you were created by the Creator, with the Creator, with the essence of the Creator. Part of the Creator used the Creator to make you. You see what I'm saying? Used the Creator's own essence to make you. You are part of the stardust. You are the magic. Once you realize that, then you don't have to be broken anymore. You can go from rock bottom to rocket fuel to unstoppable. And that's what I'm trying to do. Forget all the haters. I don't care how many people get on my platform and tell me, oh, you're just preaching false doctrine. You're just telling people stuff that's not biblical. Of course, when I show them that the Bible does say it, even though that's not my intention, quote me on that. It is not my intention to be biblical. I'm not trying to be biblical. It so happens that I often am biblical, but I'm not trying to be. I don't care if I am or am not. When I say the Word of God, I am not talking about the Bible. This is not the Word of God. This, coming into our body, our essence, is the Word of God. When Paul was listening to God, do you think he was reading the Bible? When John was listening to the Word of God, was he reading the Bible? When Jesus was listening to the God, was he reading the Bible? When Peter was listening to God, was he reading the Bible? When Daniel was listening to God, was he reading the Bible? You guys act like God is dead. God is not dead. God is alive. Miracles are not dead. You are making miracles dead. You're telling people miracles are dead. You're snuffing out everybody's fire, because every time somebody gets on there and says the kingdom of heaven is inside you, you tell them, no, the kingdom of heaven is not inside you. You have to go in that book and you have to start reading instructions. You have to tell people, oh, Jesus is the one who does everything. You can't do anything. You have to go tell Jesus to do it. I bet when you go tell your son or your daughter to go clean their room, you say, hey, go clean your room. Then they go to their room. Then they come back and tell you to clean their room. That's how you do it, right? No, God gave us the power to heal ourselves, because the kingdom of heaven is inside us. We are made as creators. We are little gods. And if you want to use the Bible to say that, then it says that. At least twice in the Bible. Once in Psalms, and once by Jesus himself. I have a shirt that says you are unstoppable. I had a little girl, I say little girl, she's in her late 20s, but she was treated like shit by her family, her religious family, her Pentecostal religious highfalutin family, because she's a homosexual. She was scared to death of anything religious. And I gave her a shirt and I said, you are unstoppable. Screw them. Screw everybody that says anything about you. If you're righteous in your convictions, it doesn't matter. You do what you believe is right. And you keep doing that. She started crying. And I ran into that little girl 6 months later. She was going to church. Not because she felt obligated, because she wanted to get closer to God. She was going with her wife. She didn't stop being gay. I didn't ask her to. Have y'all stopped sinning? No. Nobody stops sinning. I don't care if there's some Christians out there that says, oh, you can stop sinning. Psst, I don't care what you say. It's not my job to make you stop sinning. You know, everybody likes to push the whole stop sinning bull crap. Well, Jesus said the number one commandment is to love. The number one commandment. If that's the number one commandment, why isn't anybody pushing that? And following that, Paul gave you the exact definition of number one commandment of love. And in that, which is in 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7, for all the Bible scholars that like to get on there and tell everybody, oh, you have to do it this, you have to follow these rules because they're so religious. Yes, Christianity is a religion. Jesus is not. So don't tell me Christianity is not a religion. It is. That's why you're called the Pharisaical Christians. But if you want to be so Pharisaical, then be Pharisaical. Follow the rules. Paul tells you what love is. Love is patient, love is kind. Love keeps no records of wrong. That means it's not your job to remember what people do wrong. Let it go. You see somebody's been wrong, they're doing wrong, that's not your job. That's between them and God. Our job is to love people. Teach them that they are part of God. The kingdom of heaven is inside them. You love your brothers and sisters. Remind them that they are unstoppable, and you would be amazed the prosperity that everybody would have. You would not see death on the streets. You would not see homelessness. You would not see wars. You would not see left and right fighting each other. You don't have to agree with each other. I can be a conservative and still love on my opposite side. I can love on a BLM member. I can hug on LBGTQ, RSPQ, whatever. I don't have to hate them just because I disagree with them. You don't have to hate anybody. The kingdom of heaven is inside you. Remember that. Don't fall victim to the religion. They get you when they say, oh, Christianity is not a religion. Anybody that tells you that, but then tells you you have to follow certain rules, oh, it's not a religion, but you have to do this. When did you accept Jesus Christ into your heart? That's a rule. Now it's a religion. I love Jesus. I care about the 3 years I studied what he taught. I studied the Aramaic, their traditions, what he actually meant when he said things, not what he translated. You speak to a Mexican in Spanish, as in Spain, totally different. Means something totally different. Won't mean the same thing. You ought to go watch my video on the Aramaic Christian minister. And if you're a diehard Christian, you're going to totally disagree with her because she's not going to go along with your ideas of everything. And that's fine. You're not. That's fine. Because people will not change their foundation. It doesn't matter. Religion does not care about truth. That's a fact, unfortunately. I'm a truth seeker. That's why I only care about God, his word, his literal word, because that's truth. Heaven is inside you. Look for that. You are unstoppable. Stay in peace. Stay in love. Hey guys, I want to personally thank everyone for liking and sharing my videos. If you want to continue to see my content, all you got to do is press that subscribe button and I'll notify you as soon as a new video comes out. I don't get paid for any of this. So if you want to buy some of my merch, like my shirts, like Jesus is a Badass or my Don't Be a Dick shirt, you can easily go to my merch store, which is at sogtv.org, which I will have it in the description at every video. So push that. Go buy yourself a shirt. I appreciate it. Have a blessed day, and I will see you at the next episode. Thank you.